Hello, my name is Sheppard-Miller. This is for my major project assignment that I'm turning in. In my paper, I talked about 3 ways people learn: classical conditioning, operant conditioning, and observational learning. And I connected each one to my own life. Classical conditioning is when we start reacting automatically to something because it keeps being paired with something else. Operant conditioning is when we learn from rewards and punishments, and observational learning is basically learning by watching what other people do and what happens to them. For classical conditioning, I use examples from school. There was a semester when every time I opened the grade portal, I ended up seeing criticism or loss of points. The criticism is what caused the anxious feelings at first, but after a while, the anxiety started to kick in. Before I even read anything, just seeing the grade that was posted made my body tense up. That was a conditioned response because the notification alone started triggering the reaction. I also mentioned that classical conditioning can work in reverse. Researchers like Krasake and colleagues have shown that when you repeatedly face a trigger and nothing bad happens, the anxiety slowly fades. That's basically how exposure therapy works. For operant conditioning, I talked about how my homework habits changed. Yes, because I was really bad in high school. That was a long time ago now. I have a high school graduating this year, but I talked about how my homework habits have changed. At first, I turned things in late and got points taken off. I didn't care. Now, that punishment made me stop doing that. Then, when I turned work in early and got full credit and less stress, that reinforcement made me want to keep doing it. So the consequences literally trained me to do better or train me better for my behavior. For observational learning, I gave an example of calming down a baby. I watch my baby niece a lot. I didn't have to figure that out myself. I just watch, my moms, my family member handle babies and newborns situations. I learned how to do that. So nobody really had to teach me or reward me directly. I just learned it from watching, see, do. So overall, my paper shows that a lot of our behavior isn't just randomly. We're constantly learning through association, or we're taught, or we're learning by consequences, or just by watching what people do.